since people actually asked for this, the sort of, I guess, at least a visual backdrop for this is going to be me proving my claimed geography knowledge. Where's the global one? U.S. blah blah. Oh, there it is. Wait, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing playing Jeopardy at work, dude? You have an actual job. You're supposed to like actually do your job at work. Oh, it was the timer was already running. Oh no. Somalia, Somaliland is that top portion is de facto independent at this point. And okay, you can't actually go to the. Don't go up. Kiribati is the wide one. Indonesia, Belarus. Oh, this is going to be annoying having to go up and down. Belarus, Iran, Ukraine. Djibouti is tiny. Can I get it? Yes, okay. Estonia, my favorite Baltic country. Nigeria, Cape Verde. It's over here. Just finished learning all the islands of that one. Dominican Republic is there. Chad is there. Uganda, Macedonia. Oh man, there better is there a Zoom? I hope there's. Nope, there is no Zoom. Okay, all right. There's my chat. I mean, kind of, mostly. I mean, this is like multiple people explicitly asked for this, but I mean, I could also mention stuff because it's not like I can actually make videos about literally everything that I see. Azerbaijan. I mean, most recently might get its own video, but probably not. South Africa started imploding again down there. They've hit something like almost 40% unemployment. So when you combine Barbados, we have to go down. So when you combine the whole mass inflation, particularly with prices of food, and you combine that with basically 40% of the population not actually having jobs to get money to be able to pay for that now ridiculously expensive food. Food in particular is usually what the one that brings down governments, but though those two thrown together usually causes a explosion of unrest in any country, and that has now started happening in South Africa over the past few days. Montenegro, Kyrgyzstan, Cyprus. All right, these things, the dots are tiny, so I'm gonna have to be really careful to make sure I don't accidentally click on the larger country they're next to. Netherlands. I have been taking a long time, even though the Netherlands only has like 8 states. For some reason, I've been really lazy with the Netherlands, and I've still only learned 4 or 5 of them up to this point, even though I've been quote unquote working on it for months. Burkina Faso. Yeah, that is the general theme of 2022. Well, actually, that's the general theme of everything 2020 and beyond. Actually, both in the world at large and in kind of my personal life. Like I was gonna say, if you hear kind of a roaring thing in the background, that's the air conditioning. As although uh, I live in Alaska technically still, and I would prefer to go back home. I've been stuck down here in the regular US at my parents' house since 2020 because I got 2020'd by 2020 like many people did. And so that kind of destroyed my life. And now I'm trapped down here and I'm trying to build up my income to a point where I can eventually return home. And Oh, this one might get me. I think it's on the right. And I was correct. All right. Comoros is on the west of Madagascar. Romania is there. The Big Congo is there. And the Big Congo has, uh, well, at least the northeastern portion has devolved into another, like, five-way civil war again. Myanmar is also in, like, a five-way civil war at the moment. Well, we don't need it up there. We need heating 9 months out of the year, which we have. We back up home in Fairbanks. We pipe the waste steam from the coal plant. We have two power plants, two major ones at least, and the one that produces most of the electricity is a coal-fired power plant, a small one, because there's only about 96,000 people in Fairbanks, and we pipe the waste steam through we capture heating pipes throughout the town, and that's how we get most of our heating. Unless you live like outside of the uh, outside of the general zone for it, then you're going to have a furnace of some kind. Austria and the heating back up home is free, as is the water in most cases. The electricity you do have to pay for. Grenada is here. Czech Republic is here. North Korea, such a fascinating land. Equatorial Guinea, tiny little square down there. And Mauritius is over here. El Salvador. El Salvador, that was uh, a couple months ago. They had that mass arrest episode where I don't know what percentage they're up to now, but they drastically bumped up the percent of their population that's in prison. Like the amount of I think they have the highest percentage of like percent of population that's in gangs or something. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, we have one of one of the Norwegians here. I generally refer to Norway itself uh, as a whole as European Alaska because we're so similar. Though I guess in reality, technically, just Troms, or however it's pronounced, the northernmost state, or I believe you call them counties, and maybe Nordland as well. Maybe you could count Nordland, would technically qualify. Though I'm assuming, just based on population density, that most of the three Norwegian people who watch my channel frequently are probably all just from Oslo or something, just based on statistical probability. Palau is here. Turkey, I'm gonna have to go up and down a lot, is here. Turkey is one of several irritating countries to learn the states of, at least. Just like Thailand and Vietnam, because when you come at me with like 80 to 100 states, like, come on, you don't need to do that. You really don't need to do that. Do I see positive or good trends? Um, that depends. That depends on what you would define those things as. I would say the the gradual the gradual increase in just the numbers in general of my channel. I would consider that a good trend, I guess. In terms of like events of the world, not particularly. Here, right, you're not. It should be right there. I don't know what. You deleted it from the map, so I'm going to assume it's there then. Oh, okay, it is. Nauru is there. Trinidad and Tobago, just west of Venezuela. Algeria, my favorite North African nation. Samoa is here. Niger, here. UK, you have to scroll back up for Slovenia. Make sure I actually get the click correctly. Oh, it's making this difficult. What? Hmm? Oh crap! I thought that was Burundi. I thought it said Burundi, not Brunei. Right. Deutschland is up there. Nepal. Just learned the states of Nepal. Nepal is actually generous. It only has 7. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina might be splitting up soon. There's a part, unironically called Srpska, that might join with Serbia, I think, at least. Tuvalu is there. Finland. Always awesome to have Finnish buddies. Guinea is there. Guinea-Bissau is right next to it. Liberia. One. Israel is so thin it is difficult to click on. I better get this right. Okay. Kuwait. There. Tonga. And forgive me for any delays. I'm hopping back and forth between this and chat. That's the only one left, so obviously Tonga. Have anybody? Population growth, like in general, worldwide, won't. Well, if things were going to continue normally, it would not be actually stopping or leveling off until around the middle of the century. However, it's going to stop before that. There are many awful things coming for us. Basically, this year alone, by the end of it, by the middle of this coming winter, somewhere, depending on how much aid is able to get to them, somewhere between 7 and 21 million people who wouldn't have died otherwise are going to end up starving to death across Somalia, parts of Ethiopia, South Sudan, Yemen, Afghanistan, and that's just from this one disruption that we've had. Once we start stacking them all up on top of each other as time goes forward, it's going to get a lot worse. And also, a lot of things are leveling off much faster than we originally thought they were going to because of various factors. Russia's recent actions are causing the rapid collapse of its birth rate that they had just managed to recover from 1.2 up to like 1.5, and now it's going to go tumbling down again. China had managed to get their birth rate back up to like 1.7 or 1.8, and now with their mega ultra super lockdown obsession, they have collapsed their birth rate back down to 1 point, actually not back down, but all the way down to almost a flat 1. So they're heading to try to outdo South Korea and Taiwan. Monaco is this tiny little dot. I shouldn't have trouble clicking on the micronations because they gave me these dots of convenience. Guatemala, Oman. No, that's Yemen. That's Oman. The U.S., which you cut off Alaska. Why did you cut off the best part of the U.S.? Seriously, I feel discriminated against. St. Lucia is just below Martinique, I believe. Yes, okay. Micronesia is there. Uruguay is there. St. Kitts and Nevis is to the west of Antigua and Barbuda, Andorra. Time to scroll up again. Ah, thank you, map, for shading Western Sahara, as that is a independent country who is has been under military occupation after being invaded decades ago. Most maps have started just marking it as part of Morocco, which is irritating. Mali, just learned the states of Mali. Thailand is, like I said earlier, is going to be an issue because they have like 100 states or provinces, whichever term they prefer to use. Like India and China are generous actually, with 1.4 billion people each. I initially, when I started this quest of sorts, I thought they would be the ones that would have like 100 provinces, but they each only have like 20. Saint Vincent and Grenadines is there. Mongolia, probably my favorite country in Asia. Not entirely certain, but I'd probably give it to them. Turkmenistan, just learned the oblasts of Turkmenistan, Papua New Guinea. South Korea isn't the only one that has a interesting population pyramid. China's is honestly just as interesting. How long can China keep going? China has already stopped. We like I initially I was listening to some people who were telling me that this year was basically the final year for China economically, and I initially was like, no, I think they're going to hold on for a couple more years, and then when they face plant trying to take Taiwan, that's basically going to like do them in all at once. However, it looks like that's not the case, and they've started buckling now already, and they're going to go for a more slow like economic uh, disintegration over the next few years, unless to try to distract from their internal failures, the CCP tries to go for Taiwan like this year or next year, in which case then they would cause an immediate implosion. Okay, Eswatini. I They keep changing their name. Swaziland and Eswatini. They keep changing their name back and forth like they can't make up their mind. Qatar, South Sudan, Portugal, Angola, Kenya. Now, if I wasn't talking to you guys, this time would have been like, I don't know, 2 minutes, but I keep looking as I'm not just doing this for my own amusement. Who's here? Uh, I hear the Indo Pacific region is where the next economic boom will occur. Maybe it would have if some kind of like normality of what we've experienced for the last 7 decades up to this point was going to continue. However, the world's going to come crashing down especially as we get closer to the middle of the century. The middle of the century is, or by the middle of the century is when chaos reigns, basically. Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Laos over there. As there's always been this misconception, especially with people who become aware that what we've established over the 20th century was never going to be sustainable. There's been this drastic misunderstanding and constant assumption or perception that basically the world was just going to implode one day overnight, and it was going to be. Everyone usually says it's going to be like Mad Max, and then they have this delusional assumption that they're going to be one of the awesome survivors in this Mad Max universe. When that's not how it's going to go. That was never how it's going to go, because the world and at least whatever version of functional, either regional or semi-global situation existed at any given time, the world or civilization has collapsed before historically, repeatedly, and that's never actually what happens. Like, some form of a global or at least a regional order, like, still ends up existing afterwards. It's just one with horrendously reduced standards of living compared to the prior prosperous times, and a lot of dead people. Benin, and then after the wars that happened during the collapse, you get a lot of wars that tend to come after it, as whatever new system arises, different countries with the militaries to do so decide that they're going to vie for a chance to be the dominant force in the new system. So you usually there's two waves of wars involved in a period of collapse, whether global or regional. Cuba, Panama, the smaller oil producing Congo that actually has a relatively stable government. Burundi, Jamaica here, or did they need me to go on the small map? Okay, I can get it there. East Timor, over here. Tiny Luxembourg. Make sure I don't click on Belgium by accident. Australia, Sakartvelo. Uh, their drought in the drought in China is already having an effect, particularly in the southwest, where a lot of their manufacturing happens to be, and also where a lot of their power was normally hydropowered. I think Sichuan province in particular is like 80% hydropower, or at least it would be if the dams were actually working, which a lot of them aren't because the water levels in the river are so low. If you saw my latest video, I showed some of the pictures of one of the rivers is literally in parts further upriver. It's not even flowing. Like, it's just pools of water in the bottom sand amidst the sand dunes at the bottom, and so that's already caused numerous dams to have to shut down, which has crippled parts of their power supply, which means they have to shut a lot of factories down, or at least reduce output, so that they've reduced their demand. And then also, other factories have had to shut down because there's not enough water for them to operate, at least ones that need water for their whatever processes they're doing. Hellas, Iceland, Serbia, Liechtenstein, Botswana, Syria is starting to. I know it sounds. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but Syria is starting to implode again, amidst like semblance the new normal that Syria has been under since the civil war started. Even amidst that, it's starting to implode now because of food shortages, and food that is available has now gotten priced so far out of control, and their unemployment rate is also like rocketing upwards. So that's not looking well for them. And now that Russia is kind of preoccupied in Ukraine, they're not there to back up Bashar al-Assad. So if the people decide they're going to go full revolution again, he's kind of on his own this time, and that isn't really going to end all that well. Vanuatu, Dominica is in the middle, Slovakia. All right. Now, go back to geography games and start doing states and provinces. uh, Renewed conflict. I didn't see anything saying that the fighting in the Tigray region actually started up again. I know an aircraft was shot down, and I know just because a lot of stuff got destroyed in the region that they're having trouble getting like food aid and medicine to a lot of people, which has caused I think it was at least several hundred thousand unrecognized. As in, if you looked at like a population counter meter or whatever on any of those sites, it's caused an estimated at least several hundred thousand unrecognized deaths over since the war in the Tigray region started, just because the war disrupted the logistics like of a lot of the rural regions of Ethiopia already weren't that good, and the war basically destroyed what little there was. So there ended up being not a lot of reliable shipments of food and medicine. Where are we going? What the? Why would you have it that specific? Uh, where's just the regular states? Where's just the regular? Get out of my face, advertisement. Ah, there we go. Just the regular states. Oh look, and first up, it's the best one, my homeland, with the best flag ever, actually. Alaska, though, really should represent as properly sized. We are like, we're a quarter of the size of all you guys down there. For those who don't know, I live, or at least I should live, if I can manage to get back home, in Fairbanks, which is right about there, just south of what you would consider dead center. Michigan, New Jersey, basically, one of the parts people want to get rid of, along with Florida. A lot of people would like to sever Florida, but a lot of people would also like to get rid of New Jersey as well. Montana, North Dakota, and Montana, where the nukes are. Well, some of them at least. Most of them are in silos in the Dakotas, along with Montana and Wyoming, and then the rest are in submarines, and several are in a few strategic bomber bases in Missouri and California. And we have some up here in Alaska, but primarily we're the nuclear shield system, where a lot of the interceptor stuff is stationed. Not too far from where I should live, uh, basically down about 80 miles southeast of us in Fort Greely is where one of the primary intercepting systems is. Alabama. Hey, Josh was there for a while. He was stationed, I forget where, Gunter, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, he was stuck in Alabama for a while with nothing to do but look at alligators, I guess. Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, Nevada, Mississippi, Tennessee, Massachusetts. That's where I was born. That's where I grew up. That tiny little thing you probably can't see, that tiny little outstretched peninsula or Cape Cod, that's where I grew up. We moved to South Carolina when I was 11, and as soon as I got out of high school, I ran up to Alaska. And now, since I got 2020 by the year 2020, I've been stuck back down here in South Carolina again, burning to death, basically. as that's what there is to do here. There's there's heat and there's heat. South Dakota, more nukes. Hawaii, when I lived there, yes. I mean, I'm still registered as Alaskan at the moment. I mean, technically, if I end up stuck down here forever, I won't have to change my ID back until it expires in like 8 years. I can't get the dividends while I'm down here though, because you have to be in state for at least 180 days of the year to get it. But while I did live there, yeah, I received it. The highest one I received, I think, was 1,600. I'm not certain. Nigeria, high population growth. Nigeria is going to implode eventually. They're going to run into not as actually, sorry, their problem is they're going to be in a worse situation than India, because India does actually have most of India is actually like fertile land. They actually can just barely feed their population, which is kind of a testament to how much fertile land they actually have. Given it's smaller than China, India is only like half China's size, but India can still, although just barely, feed its population despite the size of its population. Despite the size of its population, whereas China actually has to import about 20% of its food, despite despite being twice the size. Less of its land is actually arable. Missouri, Wyoming, Vermont, Oregon, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Maine, Arkansas, Ohio. Oh, Ohio, that's where some of the new semiconductor manufacturing is being built at the moment. Since the industry knows what's coming, it's trying to diversify away from Taiwan, and also some of the industry that was building in Arizona sort of got smart and realized that building a water intensive industry in the middle of a desert isn't exactly the brightest idea. So some of them have started constructing in Ohio instead, which is a much wiser choice. Minnesota, Iowa, aka cornfields, New Mexico, West Virginia, aka coal. One of my uncles is from there. Indiana, Florida, aka the state that everybody wants to get rid of. I think New Jersey is second place. I'm pretty sure Florida always takes the number one spot, because for some reason, as is evidenced by the Florida man memes, for some reason, like everybody insane or like out there mentally in the U.S. like just all congregates in Florida for some unknown reason. Louisiana, Colorado, Kentucky. All right, let's move on to. Oh, well, I guess let's stay in North America. We'll be generous and do Canada. Canada, provinces, territories. Uh, well, yeah, lots. Well, half the country wants to get rid of California. That's the thing. Remember, California is a lot more of a is a the desire to get rid of it is a lot more politically based, as opposed to other things. Although, so it's mainly people on the right in the U.S. who want to get rid of who want to get rid of California. Though there are a fair number of people on the left I have found who also don't like it. Most of them being people in states surrounding California who just don't like the fact that California sucks up all of their water. Well, without fertilizer, uh, a lot of places aren't good. Naf naf. Like that's the only reason we can grow enough food to feed nearly 8 billion people at the moment is because we have industrialized fertilizer. If you take that away, we'd our capacity would collapse to probably between 2 and 3 billion, uh, which we would then only be able to maintain if we still had industrial machines, industrial farming machines. I mean, if you took the fossil energy away and the industrial like farming machines away, and we went back to hand labor, then our capacity collapses back down to the roughly 1 billion we were at in the very early 1800s before the machines came along. Manitoba, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, British Columbia, Alberta, Northwest Territories, Quebec, Yukon, our sister state slash territory across the border there. We most of us up here, although there's way more of us in Alaska than there are over in Yukon, but most of us we're in the same position that we have more in common with each other up here than each of us does with like everyone else in the rest of our countries down south. Nova Scotia, that's where Jim Blackwood, the raccoon man, is from. Nunavut. Yeah, we'll break away one day. We'll gather up here. We'll grab Greenland and maybe we'll throw in Norway as well, and we'll form the Arctic Confederation or something. Ontario. All right. Now we'll go south and do Mexico. Where's Mexico at? Mexico states. Uh, merging into one nation. U.S. and Canada. No, there's that that only happens in several. There's only several things that really cause that, and for the most part, uh, most of most of the things that normally would cause that are gone. Uh, that's Puebla, right? I think so. All right. So, no, Sonora, Querétaro is the one over here. Campeche is that one. Yes. Okay. Nuevo Leon, uh, Mexico, the state, is that one. Baja California Sur, Hidalgo, Nayarit. The there's a few things that normally cause like annexation. One, if said territory or something wants to be part of the larger country. Uh, two, if the country, if the more dominant country wants to conquer the other country, and they will usually, again, usually they only do that in the case of if they want like a lot of things from the other country that they're not getting and they know they cannot get via trade or some kind of mutual relationship. Whereas like the U.S. gets literally anything and everything it wants from Canada and Mexico, despite all of the derisive comments between us. We're actually perfectly good friends, despite what might seem on the outside. The we get whatever we want from each other, like just fine. There would be no reason, like no actual incentive to do any of that. However, sometimes, as is evidenced by actions of a particular bald Russian man recently, sometimes a country is just led by someone who's delusional and uh, wants, just wants stuff because he wants it, or in this case, because it quote unquote used to be ours, so it should be again. And they'll always throw up a pretext of like, we're protecting, some class of people in the country, and that live in this one particular area, and thusly that's why we're conquering the entire country. And other than that, there's reclamations, but yeah, there wouldn't. I really don't see like some U.S. Canada merger like ever happening because there's no reason for it unless both populations like just suddenly out of nowhere really wanted it. However, the thing you have to be careful of with that though, because opinions can change, and they can change like really rapidly. Like I don't know if anyone remembers. Technically, I don't remember because I was like between ages 1 and 7 while it was happening. But Sinaloa, Durango, Zacatecas, Quintana Roo. I don't know if anyone remembers the 90s, but back in the 90s, Quebec really, really wanted to break away from Canada, and it looked like they were actually going to do it. However, it's like subsided since then, and the desire is no longer there in the kind of like strong, like really strong sentiment that it was in the 90s. So you also you can't just sort of do things impulsively based on popular opinion because popular opinion can sort of completely flip like on a dime. Chiapas and Mexico City. Yes. I mean, yeah, I have seen a lot of videos about with people doing like these weird future fantasies, basically about Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba joining the U.S. Because of the left-right political splits in Canada. Whereas compared to Canada, at least, even the left in the U.S. is kind of more to the right. But I don't. I'm just not really seeing it because it would just kind of be too much trouble for what it's worth. Although, I mean, I could always be wrong about stuff, though. Uh, is districts what they're called in Belize? I'm not sure. Yeah, but okay, it is. It is. Belize, that one. Toledo is the bottom one. Cayo is this one. Corzal is up top. Orange Walk is here. And Stan Creek. All right. 17 seconds. And the only other two that I know all the states of for North and Central America are Costa Rica and Panama. And here's where I get myself. I can't recall. I think I mean it's the only Panama option, so I'm assuming provinces and regions is what the states are called. And here you will see something. You're going to see this as a common theme that I have no idea what's going on. They have like these countries. India did this to me also when I was testing this. Countries on this game, they have like secret states that didn't exist on the maps. And yes, I got like the most up to date versions of the maps that I've been learning with. Like I had to be careful with that with Algeria here. I've been working on Algeria. I got about half of it down so far. But Algeria just rearranged their states recently, so I had to be careful with that. But even getting the most recent versions of the maps, uh, although I guess the game site might be outdated then, but I keep coming up on some of them that suddenly they have like these secret states that I didn't know about that weren't on any of the maps at least. So I have no idea what Nagabe is because that was not any of the maps that I had available. So, right, well, these are the only two that don't fit what I had to work with, so it has to be one of these two, I guess, maybe? No? Okay, that's what I thought that was Bocas del Toro, but okay. So this, like on the map, I had this whole thing was Bocas del Toro, and I guess for some reason they split it up into three on this site. So it has to either be that or uh, looks like they looks like they broke up Cocles. So normally this whole thing is Cocles, but apparently not. And there, what? Why are there two things inside of Darien? What is this? This is not the current Panama map. Right. Okay, well, it is one of the things that they split up. And here's another one, so it has to either be one of those two, or I guess it could be this little patch inside of Darien. Then, do I think Egypt will blow the dam in Ethiopia? Uh, Probably. Or I guess I should say it depends. It depends what Ethiopia does. Like if Ethiopia uh, still lets like the regular Nile flow after that, after their filling session that they're undergoing right now, then they might not. But if Ethiopia actually starts trying to use the dam for like political leverage, which honestly I can't see them not doing that, then in that case, yeah, Ethiopia's or Egypt's going to blow the dam. And uh, someone did comment once, don't count like Ethiopia out in a fight, and I'm not. This just isn't a fight. There would be no actual like combat or war. Literally, Egypt would just barter something with Sudan to use some of Sudan's airfields, fly a couple of jets down to southern Sudan, fuel them up, fly across the border, bomb the dam, and fly back. Like there wouldn't be an actual war. It, there wouldn't really be any way for them to fight a war with each other either, because Sudan's kind of in the way, and neither of them. Ethiopia barely has a military, and Egypt, although they have a military, they don't really have any power projection or force projection capabilities. They have they do have two landing ships that could get like maybe one or two like battalions in with some armor support somewhere, but that's kind of like that's kind of useless. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try restarting this and see if it'll like start on stuff I actually know. Okay, so it considers this Bocas del Toro, which is the middle section of this whole thing, which this whole thing used to be Bocas del Toro. Uh, Kirkwi is this one down here. Herrera is this one here. And all right, here we go. Another secret states. So it's uh, either this, or these. And I have no idea. Come on, you guys are messing with me. Let's try there. Panama. Let's do. All right. Uh, nope. All right. Or wait, no, that was yes. All right. Guess that has to be those then. Okay. Cocles, Colon is which one was Colon? Darien, Panama. That was Colon. Panama. Los Santos is down here. Darien is here. Varaguas is here. Guna, yeah, of course. Okay, I guess it's no, that one's what? Then did they? That's Panama Oeste. Then that's what? That used to be San Blas. All right, well it's the only option, I guess. So then that's this one. That's this one. I don't know whether like the available maps of Panama that I downloaded are the outdated ones or the game is the outdated one, but these aren't really lining up. And like I said, India did that to me too, except not with like their regular states. All their regular proper states were the same, but all of a sudden they apparently have like a bunch of little like micro states. Where's Costa Rica? You do have Costa Rica, right? Okay. Is Costa Rica the same? It looks like it. Right. Heredia, Guanacaste, Punta Arenas is here. Cartago, Alajuela, Limon, and San Jose. 17 seconds again. Interesting. All right, time to go elsewhere. Downloaded. You what? YouTube's a site. What? You don't have to. Oh wait, you're on a phone. I forgot. Yeah, you phone people. Interesting. Interesting species indeed. All right, South America. Let's do Brazil states. Brazil, Goiás is here. Rio Grande do Norte, Amazonas, Rio Grande do Sul is so far down that I have to scroll for it. Rio de Janeiro, Minas Gerais, Sergipe, Roraima is up here. Ceará, okay, there. Santa Catarina, Tocantins, Federal District, Acre is the further inland one. Then Rondonia is there. Paraíba, that's Pernambuco, Paraíba. Alagoas, Mato Grosso do Sul, Para is up here. Mato Grosso, Piauí. No, that's Maranhão. Piauí is this one. I almost misclicked. Sao Paulo, Pernambuco, Bahia, Paraná, Amapa, Maranhão, and Espírito Santo. 120. Okay. All right. I was going to say, if I got 17 seconds like 3 times in a row, that was going to be odd. Yeah, I'm not the phone person. Like my phone is it's technically a smartphone because basically except for flip phones, like every modern phone is technically a smartphone. But it all I do with it is just calls and texts. Like it doesn't have anything on it. It supposedly can do internet, but I don't actually like connect with it or anything. And oh, interest. Wow, like 10 viewers just disappeared. Apparently, I guess. I primarily work off of a laptop, which I took a financial hit recently getting a new one earlier than I otherwise would have. I was probably gonna do get a new one like right at the end of the year, but China started getting uh, a little jumpy, and I still don't think they're gonna go for it this fall, just because it would be too stupid. Like I know they're getting desperate, and when countries or governments get desperate, they get stupid. But I still think it's a bit too stupid. Like it's just beyond the fringe. So I'd still put it over 50%, like 51+% that they're not going to do it this year yet. But I am now pushed into the camp of they're probably going to do it earlier than I initially anticipated, just because of how badly things have started to go at home. Let's do Venezuela. All right. Merida. See, that's Zulia, Falcon. Uh, I think Lara is first and then Merida. No, wait, that's Trujillo. What? All right, we're doing it again, I guess. This right here is Taquiras on the map of Venezuela that I have, but apparently it's been split into two states. So I guess. What are you doing? Where is. What is this map? Why are these maps different? Okay, so it has to be this one or this one. Uh, I know that's supposed to be Lara. Okay, it is Lara. Wait, is. Oh, that's part of Zulia. Is Merida. Wait, is Merida this one for some reason on this map? Am I just confused? I guess I am. Trujillo, Portuguesa, Guarico, Delta, Marico, or Amacuro, rather. Falcon, Zulia, Lara, Apure is this one. Bolivar. Despite, this is Bolivar. Despite the massive Bolivar oil field being over here in the state of Zulia, I don't know why they named it Bolivar. I guess I'm assuming it's after a historical figure, despite it not being in the state of Bolivar. Nueva Esparta is the island. Amazonas, federal dependencies. Assuming that's what you're classifying the islands as. Federal dependencies, probably. Yep. Takira, federal district, probably. Miranda. Okay, that goes there, there. I believe there. Yes. Aragua is this one. Anzotegui, Monogas. Caribobo is the middle one. Sucre, Barinas is this one. Yaracuy is there. Vargas is no. Vargas is that. That is Cojedes. Okay. Have I listened to Peter Zahan a few times? Yes. He is like he's really correct about a lot of stuff. Like he only has two modes though. He's either correct or he is like way out in some fantasy universe. He basically he's like what he in that regards he is too modal in the same way that he describes Chinese military historically, in that the Chinese military either performs incredibly well or they absolutely suck. Which I mean, we're eventually going to find out which of the two their modern military is in right now, sooner than I initially anticipated. As I said, sorry, I had to clear my throat. Chile. For anyone who hasn't like seen my previous videos or at least heard me mention stuff about it, I initially expected China to go for Taiwan around like 2026 or 2027, primarily because based on based on their pacing of buildup, that would be around when they would be the most ready for it. However, it now looks like they're going to be going for it much sooner than that, for a number of reasons. One, as I already mentioned, because wait, what? Malay? That's Malay. Then Bio, and that should be Bio Bio. Bio Bio is right below Malay or Malay. Then okay, I guess that's Arakani. Or am I mixing them up here? Okay, well, we have a secret state in Chile, apparently. But Tarapacá is at the top. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So China is likely going to go for that much sooner because A, things are starting to fall apart at home, and that usually prompts governments to go for a distraction. Like Chile's neighbor, Argentina, that wasn't, they were going to try to take the Falklands eventually, but the particular reason why they tried when they did is because Argentina was falling apart internally, and their dictator needed some kind of distraction, so he was hoping he could grab the Falklands, and that would get everybody like all happy and riled up behind him again. And it failed, obviously. So China's kind of been put in that position, and also they are they can no longer sort of afford to wait because originally we, me speaking on part of the U.S., were going to start giving Taiwan like uh, some of the cool stuff, like F-35s and Abrams tanks and HIMARS launchers. We were going to start in 2026. However, because of Russia invading Ukraine and us now sort of having our mentality switched to okay, China might go for it sooner than we expect. We've now decided to give them that stuff much sooner, and I believe HIMARS is what we're giving them first, so that they could shell incoming landing craft with it. I believe we're giving them HIMARS first, and we're starting next year. We're going to start giving them Abrams either like in 2024 or 2025 instead of waiting until 2027. So China now kind of has been forced into a position where they have to act sooner anyways, because otherwise they'd be facing a much better armed Taiwan. Taiwan is already really well armed by all means, but they'd be facing a even worse situation if they decide to wait. All right, so this whole state, this whole state here used to be one. I'm assuming they split recently, or maybe the games map is outdated. So I don't know which of the two would be the split one. Might be that one. Okay, I guess it is. That's Valparaiso, so that's Coquimbo. Atacama. Atacama is the big mining province or mining state in in Chile. That's where a huge amount of the copper is coming from, and a huge amount of the lithium too. Magallanes, Valparaiso, just north of Santiago. Los Lagos is there, and Biobío. Yeah, this whole thing was Biobío originally, so I'm guessing that was a very recent split. South America. Oh, hey, look, it's one of those brainless sex bot channels. Hey, Josh, I'm gonna make you a mod, uh, just in case, since I'm not looking at chat 24/7, just so you can do the whole begone thought thing, because YouTube's been flooded with sex bot like advertisement websites recently. Like I try to delete them in the comments of videos as fast as I can, but sometimes they're up for a few hours before I find them. But they have been spamming like absolutely everything. Who's left? Argentina. I'm pretty sure Argentina's the only one left. I got Brazil, Venezuela, Chile. Yep, Argentina's the only one. All right, let's see. Argentina, you're not going to surprise me with any secret states, are you? Cordoba. Right. That's Santa Fe, so that's Cordoba. Neuquén is there. Santiago del. Oh, yeah. Uh, move. What? Are you... Okay, okay. Alright, so that should be that one. La Rioja. That one, what? Oh, oops. That one was a misclick. Chubut is there. Corrientes, of course, make me go all the way back up. Corrientes, Monterrey Rio. Salta is this one. Tucumán. Santa Cruz is way down there. Catamarca. Santa Fe. Rio Negro. San Luis is this one. Misiones. San Juan, not the city in Puerto Rico. La Pampa is here. Mendoza, Buenos Aires, Formosa, Tierra del Fuego. Staging point to go to Antarctica. Oloy and Chaco. There we go. Oh man, you got a wrench. Yeah, there's... I mean, I report them as well, the ones that like comment on videos at least, but there's a... Unfortunately, there's I don't know how many. There's like hundreds of millions of them. They just... I forgot which country. I think it was in Kazakhstan. They busted a bot farm, a bot server farm for like one of those like sex sites. They're running sex bots, spamming comments, spamming advertisement comments on everybody's channel to come to their adult websites. All right. Europe, German states. Start with Deutschland. All right. Deutschland. Okay. I liked you when I visited you. Granted, your I don't like your past political decisions, and I also don't really like a lot of your modern political decisions either. Man, you guys are such a problem child. But right, Rhineland, Platenate, Schleswig-Holstein, Brandenburg, Saxony. What? I mean, you're not even gonna have the names in German. Come on, Sachsen, Saarland, Thuringia. This one, North Rhine-Westphalia, Hesse, Sachsen-Anhalt, Niedersachsen, or Niedersachsen, I think at least. Bavaria, the biggest. Hamburg, Mecklenburg, Berlin, Bremen, and Baden-Württemberg. That's where back in high school, my family hosted exchange students, and one of them, Dorian, was from Freiburg, down at the very bottom of Baden-Württemberg. We went there to visit once, and the other Timo was from this tiny little village right here, I think, called Ulsnitz. And Timo was a tall boy. He was like 6'3", I think. Wow, Josh, really? Really, Josh? What's my reading material? In what regard? You mean like reading for pleasure, or reading like on like subjects? Because I don't really like read stuff anymore for enjoyment. I can't even remember the last time I like read a book. But in terms of information, I get most of it online, obviously, because it's it's kind of pertinent for me specifically to get it like instantaneously, or at least as close to instantaneously as possible. Polska. Oh crap! It's in English. Oh man, this is a problem. I learned the Polish states in Polish. Oh no. Uh, Lower Silesian. What? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to go through them in my head and just try to figure what sounds like what when translated, or just what sounds like what. All right, lower implies there's two of them. So there's only a few where there's two. Uh, let's see. Silesian. No, that's Podkarpacki. Ski. Okay, so that's Wodski, Slaski, Opolski, Malopolski. Oh no, wait. Am I doing it wrong? No, that's no wait. Okay, yeah, that's Slaski. Uh, Opolski, Malopolski, Lubuski. No, that's Lubuski. That's Dolnoslaski. Wait, that might be it. Is it? Yes. Okay. Wielkopolski is Greater Poland. West Pomerania is Zachodnio-Pomorski. Lodz or Woods. Wait, what? Oh man, I was looking off. Oh no, I love I okay, I love most Germans that I have met, and I unfortunately don't speak to Dorian and Timo as frequently anymore because it's been like over a decade. But I'm talking about politically, like as the political entity of Germany is has consistently been a problem child, except for like the nice few decades, the two post reunification decades, like the '90s through the 2000s were all right. Then once you hit the 2010s, it started getting a little wonky, and now this whole sort of backhanded simping for Putin to get that sweet cheap natural gas is kind of it's a bit irritating. Shouldn't have made the dependency decisions in the first place. Now should you? Podlaski, Opol, right? That's Slasky, that's Opolski, Pomerania, Silesian, Slasky, Lubus, Pomerania should be there. Okay. Man, why are you making them in English? What you're making this difficult? Okay, come on. Are you when I get to like the Arab countries, are those names gonna be in English too? Like, I mean, they're in the Roman alphabet when I learn them for most countries, but I usually tend to learn their state names in their own language because that's just like polite and also correct. So if so, I'm not asking you for it to be in Arabic writing, but let's see. There's Mazurski and Mazowiecki. I'm going to assume so. Okay, and then Lubelski is probably that one. Subcarpathian, that's Malopolski. Sviatokriski, Podkarpacki, Sviatokriski, uh, Mazowiecki, and Malopolski. There we go. Yes, indeed, it is not Georgia. The, the country Georgia's name is Sakartvelo. Although to my saddened disappointment, like a lot of people from the country even now have started calling it Georgia themselves because it just got so tiring because the whole outside world kept calling it Georgia. So that's kind of sad to see. Uh, let's see. Watching videos of people shutting down scam centers. Usually most of those that I see are like actual call centers. Like all those fake in person, like a person's on the other end of it calling you about some car you don't even own, saying that your warranty's expired. The sex bot advertisement things, those are literally bots. Like there wasn't even anyone in the building in Kazakhstan or whatever when they busted it. It was just server tower. Because if I have it right, I think you don't even technically physically like rent the a server itself, like in terms of the physical object. Like you rent like space on it. So the people like there at the building, like managing the physical equipment, like had nothing to do with it because like they probably, I'm assuming, probably don't even know like what even is happening because a lot of spaces or slots on the servers probably change hands so often. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who do we got? Norway, European Alaska, More Ramsdal is okay. Troms, Nordland, More Ramsdal. Oh no, wait, Trondelag. Sorry, Trondelag, I forgot you exist. I do apologize for that. Nordland is there, and just offshore of Nordland is where the Sverdrup oil field was discovered several years back. Viken is no, that's inland dot. Viken is that one. Trondelag, Telemark, Agder, Vestland is should be that one, I think. Yes, it is that one. Rogaland, Troms, and Inlandet. Oh yeah, Oslo. No one cares about Oslo. Come on. It's some hyper dense area where like 90% of the population lives. I automatically tend to disregard it. Czech Republic. Don't worry, I'll get you guys soon. All right. Okay, France. For some reason, France, I don't trust you, but I'm gonna try. And you guys better not have added prefectures, regions. Okay, now, all right. You guys you're screwing with me, aren't you? All right. I think I think regions is the one that they use currently, so we'll go for it. Provence is down there. Normandy is pretty obvious. Corsica is down there. Pays de la Loire or Loire. Bourgogne-Franche-Comté is okay. Calais, Picardy, Alsace and Lorraine. Bourgogne-Franche-Comté. Yep. Occitan. Okay. That is not what it was called on the most recent map I got, but it has to be that one. Ile-de-France, Centre-Val, Nouvelle-Aquitaine, Grand Est. What? All right, I'm being messed with. Okay, so at least on my map, this was Auvergne, Rhône Alps, and this was Alsace, Ardennes, Lorraine, and that's Calais and Picardy. That's Brittany. Grand Est. I'm gonna assume it's that one. All right, over and one helps. That's the same. Brittany and okay. Well, I guess that's what you're calling that one game. Why are so many countries in this game in like some kind of alternate reality? What? Oh, wards. I'm going dyslexic. I'm not actually dyslexic. I just mean that as a joke. But when I scrolled past Monaco wards, my mind like told me that it said Monaco warlords. What do I mean those? Blah blah blah. Oh no! Don't ask to hear that French pronunciation or any language pronunciation. I mean, in my head I do, and I do like I do actually learn things like I said by their actual names. So especially going over to Polska there, when that came up and it was all in English, and I'm like, no, I learned the states in Polish. Don't do this. You've seen some with comments personalized to the channels they were on. Comments personalized to the channels. Are you talking about the bots or are you talking about viewers? I'm assuming you're talking about the bots. Okay. Where was I going? Finland. Usima. Okay. Poyanma? What? Okay, Finland has created secret states. Most of this looks the same actually, except for right here. This was Tarku. So I'm assuming Tarku broke up in whatever alternate universe this is in. So I'm gonna have to guess. Nope. Okay, well, Tarku did break up apparently, but there's also another secret state it broke up into. Oh no, wait. They broke up Vasa. So either this is Vasa or this is Vasa now. Why are you doing this? This is like, wait, no, that's supposed to be Lappy, and this is Ulu. Ulu. They broke up Ulu too. This is getting absurd. Why is this in some alternate reality? No, I knew. Okay, so it's one of these in Broken Vasa. The northern one, I guess. Nope, it's there. All right. Let's see. Sumi. Sumi. Which one was? I think Sumi was this one. Although they might have they might have rearranged things even more than I thought, though. Uh, maybe no. What have you done to Finland? What have you done to Finland, you horrible, evil website? Beautiful Finland had nice, like, looking states, and now you've done this. Wait, yeah, and they did more. They did more. 'Cause this was Kimi. Yeah, because that's Karelia. This was Kimi. Now they've split Kimi into two pieces. I have no idea what you guys are doing. Now that should still be Ketsuki Sumi, I think. Is that? Now that has to be Tarku then. Ugh, what are you guys doing? Now let's look at chat. Oh, there's nothing in chat. Okay, never mind. Chat's dead. I suppose I've already been doing this longer than I assumed I would be doing it anyways. Okay, so normally I'm just gonna go through normally then. I'm not even doing this actual quiz. This is Lappy. This whole thing, these two together, is Ulu. Then come down here, you have Karelia. Over here is Vasa, but Vasa got broken up in this alternate reality. I want to know what period on the timeline did this reality like split apart in, where all these secret states exist. There's Karelia. This is Kimi, and Michele should be still at least. And then up here is Kuopio, and then you come back down here for Usima, and then wait, did they break up Hame into two pieces too? Yeah, this used to be Hame, and then up here you had okay, for once I actually did. No, that's because that's Keskisumi. Oh, they're messing with me. This is so bad. No, okay, that's Keskisumi. So is that what? What is this nonsense? Okay, all right. I'll admit I can't do this rearranged Finland. Go to the map. I don't know. Maybe I'll assume I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that I downloaded a bad map. Yeah, this is the Finland map that I've been working with. Although I only just realized that there's an island over here that I is its own little like state that I never learned. So did I have it right? Yeah, Lavi, Hulu, Vasa, Karelia, Kimi, Michele, Kuopio, Hame, Keskisumi, Usima, and Tarku. All right, well, that's the Finland that I learned. Apparently, I don't know if my map is wrong or theirs is. Let's see. Let's see if anybody else has been drastically altered. Who else is there? Spain. Provinces. Spain provinces. Okay. Well, that's not Spain either, and I'm not even talking about like rearrangement. Like that is the Spain I learned only had like 12. What? What is Spain? Autonomous communities, districts of Barcelona. Uh, all right. I don't see any other option that might have been what I actually learned. Ukraine. Valiant Ukraine. Are they called regions? I thought they were. I thought Ukraine also called them oblasts. Uh, 27. That sounds right, I think. I didn't exactly count them. Dnipropetrovska. That's Poltava, so it's this one. Ternopil. That's Nitsia. Then that's I forget what that is. Khmelnytsky, so that's Ternopil, I think. Zaporizhia is this one. Lviv is this one. Sumska. Okay, I do. Oh, Sumi. No. Oh, yeah. No, that's Sumi. Okay. Donetsk, Ivano-Frankivsk, Chernivtska. Okay, that's Chernihiv. This is Cherniv Chernivitsia. Okay. Uh, okay. I'm assuming they're gonna say Kiev, the city, separately. Right. Looks like right. Lugansk, Kharkiv, Kherson, Mykolaiv, Poltava, Odessa, Kirovohrad, Sevastopol, Rivne. I believe that one's Rivne, and that one's Voltin. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. Chernihiv, Volyn, Crimea, Kiev, Khmelnytsky, Venetia, Zakarpattia, Cherkasy, and Zitomir. Okay. Uh, when when do I think U.S. natural gas production will peak? Well, that will ultimately depend on, like I say with a lot of stuff, whether things stay normal. Because remember, like I initially thought that U.S. oil production would probably peak like right around the like central mid 2020s, and it would be like between 13.7 and 14. And now, because of the disruptions of the last 2 years, I've had to downgrade that to probably between 13.4 and 13.7, and also possibly a little bit maybe more pushed out. So it will ultimately depend. But if nothing disrupts anything, then uh, well, then also you have to factor in whether they go for some of the other stuff too. All right, I'm going to assuming no pursuit of any further Arctic stuff, no pursuit of any further stuff in the Gulf, and no eventual thermal lifting of the Caribbean. Then natural gas, it's kind of peaked already. It's let me try to go to it. This isn't the overall gas trend. This is just the shale thing. But basically, all new U.S. gas is coming from shale, anyways. So it's basically peaked already. We would have reached this area. We would have reached this area beforehand if 2020 hadn't happened, but 2020 did happen. So it's kind of sort of peaking right now, although there is some chance to get it a little bit higher. And the drilling rig count is going up enough that we might pull that off, but not like insanely higher. At, at the moment, I'd say it's a lot more likely that it's probably going to kind of stay in this general range through I'd say through the mid 2020s. We can probably hold it here, and after that, it's going to start a drop. Belarus, Belarus is okay. They only have 7. Brest, Minsk, uh, Grodno. What? I'm assuming you mean Gomel, in which case it would be there. No, that okay. That is Gomel. So what's Grodno then? Because that's Hrodna, that's Mogilev, and that's Vitebsk, and that's Minsk, the city. So is this some alternative spelling of Hrodna? I guess it is. Mogilev, Gomel, Vitebsk, and Minsk. All right, is there anything else in Europe I know? At least that I can trust to not be horrifically altered. Hungary. I know Hungary. Magyarország. I mean, these are all the same, at least. I didn't click on counties with cities, did I? Okay, what are all these micro things? Okay, they're just there for the sake of being there, I guess. Bakskiskun. Okay. There's that. Bakskiskun. Moson Sopron. Bekes is this one. Porfod, Sapir, Vas, here, Zala. Oh, after so many years after I first watched Gundam Seed, and one of the characters was named Athrin Zala. I always wonder oh, that's an odd name. I wonder what that's what region that's from. I finally found out it's at least vaguely Hungarian. Uh, Heves is this one. Japmarbereg or Shapmarbereg. Komachrom is here. Veshprem, this one. Somogi, Feyer, Tolna, this one. Haju, there. Nagikun, Baranya, Kizungrad, Nograd, and Pest. Relatives from Ukraine call them oblasts. Yeah, every map I've seen calls them oblasts. Uh, Battle Assault 3. Battle Assault 3, featuring Gundam Seed. Man, I miss the old days when the world wasn't on its path to implosion. Or I guess it inevitably was, I just didn't know about it, which was a much better state of being. Austria, or Österreich, Vienna, Burgenland, Vorarlberg, Salzburg, Tyrol. What? Carentan is the actual name. Thank you very much. Oh, what? It's in English again. Why? Why is it in English? Steiermark is the name. Niederösterreich and Oberösterreich. Like the Hungarian map was in Hungarian. Why are some of these in English? All right. Let's see. Am I leaving anybody out? No, I don't know Slovakia yet. Spain was not the same country, or it was not divided in the same way at least when I went in there, so I can't do Spain. All right, I think that's mostly it. I mean, I could do what I know of the Netherlands and try to guess the rest, I guess. All right, Netherlands, Friesland, so here, Overijssel. Okay, let's see. That's Groningen. That's Utrecht, or is it? No, is that Utrecht? I think that's Limburg. That's something. Okay, so it's one of these three. Overijssel. Maybe no, that's Strength. Okay. Uh, Nordbrabant. Is that? I think. Yes. Okay. Flevoland is there. Zuid-Holland? Is that South Holland? In which case, that one? Yes. Okay. Utrecht, Zeeland, Groningen, major natural gas field that is still capable of producing about 9 billion cubic feet per day. That the Netherlands could just switch back on in a matter of months and uh, supplement a huge amount of Europe's gas needs and get rid of the Russia problem. But no, the Netherlands refuses to do that because that would ruin their that would ruin their green points target or whatever. Gelderland, Noord-Holland. Europe, so many of your problems are self-inflicted. Although that is the general case with like a lot of humanity, or honestly, I should say most of humanity. The only thing we get a free pass on is if we get struck by an asteroid out of the blue. Gundam Evolution. Is it still the same, or do they still only have like 6 mobile suits you can choose from? All right, here we go. We're doing Africa, or at least what I know of Africa. We will start with South Africa. Where'd South Africa go? There it is. Provinces. What? Okay. South Africa calls them states, but all right, South Africa, are you gonna mess with me? Do you have any secret states? Limpopo, Free State. No, that's Free State. Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Gauteng, Northwest, KwaZulu Natal. 23 seconds. Back to Africa. Yeah, if that turns out true and they do only have 6 mobile suits, then that's kind of a severe letdown. Like I honestly would not, if I still played games, I would not consider like it worth it to get that if they only had 6. Mali, I just learned the regions of Mali. All right, we have another issue. We have secret states again. Okay, that is those two are supposed to be one, at least on my map. Those two are Gao. Kidal is that one. Menaka. All right. I have no idea what Menaka is then, because it's not supposed to exist. I'm assuming, obviously, it's one of these. So one of these is going to be Gao, and the other has to be Menaka. I'll guess the eastern one. Oh, I guessed right. Gao, that one then. Mopti is this one. Oh no. Wait, what? No, that's Timbuktu. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Sikaso, is that one? Okay, I guess that's Tartanit then. Kays, Segu, Bamako, the capital, Kulikoro, and Timbuktu. Why are so many maps on this site different? I want to know whether it's my maps that are wrong or it's the site's maps that are wrong. Like I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. Oh, Malawi. Uh, you want to see the easiest test ever? Malawi. Central region, Southern region, Northern region. 7 seconds. It's an Academy record. Nigeria. Okay, 37. I'm assuming that must include the capital then. So there were 36 in the one, at least on the map I have. Sokoto. Osun. All right. I believe Osun is the second one. Yep. Okay. Lagos. Yep. Kano. Is this one? Abuja. Should be there. All right. Niger. Benue. This is about Mawa, Traba, Benue. Yep. Ondo. Edo. Nope. Okay, that's Ondo. Abia. Come down here. Rivers. Then Abia. Wait, no. Oh, yeah. Abia is the second one. Gombe, Taraba, Delta. This one, I think. Yeah, that's rivers. That's Delta. Edo, Imo, Katsina is up here. Oh no, that's Samfara. Katsina's to the right of it. Ekiti, the small one. Ebony, Anambra. Anambra's the first one, Enugu's the second one. Adamawa is that one. Kwara, Samfara, Nasarawa is this one. Ibom is this one. Ogun is this one. Kogi. No, that's Kogi. Jigawa is up here. Yobe, Enugu, Cross Rivers, Kebbi, Bayelsa, Plateau, should be that one. Bauchi, Kaduna, Oyo, Rivers, and Borno. There were 12. I don't remember. Well, I'm probably remembering wrong. I don't remember there being 12 for some reason. Or maybe it's just because you only played as like us. You kept only playing as 3 of them or something. All right. Who else do we have? Who else did I learn? Who else did I learn? Who else did I learn? Zambia. Zambia. Lusaka. Muchinga. Central. Eastern. Copperbelt. Northwestern. Western. Luapula. Northern and Southern. Yeah, Zambia was generously easy. Not the easiest. Malawi was the easiest. When you only have 3 states and you literally name them North, Central, and South, you are being, you are like, you preemptively, decades before I was even born, you preemptively knew that I would be on this geography quest one day, and you intentionally like named your states easily just for me. Ethiopia, Amara, Tigray should be an independent country. Afar, Southwest Ethiopia region. Okay, we did a breakup again. That's Benishangul. That's Gambela. This is normally one state that's just abbreviated SNMP. I'm going to assume that one's the Southwest then? Okay. Oh, SNMP. Gambela. Dawa. Okay, that's Addis Ababa. That's. I think that one's Harare. Is that one Dawa? Or is this one? Nope, Sidima. Dawa? Wait, no. Okay, then it has to be that one. Wait, what? Oh man, I'm definitely off. That's Harare. Oromia is this awkward one. Somali, Benishangul, Sidima, and then Addis. Who else do we got? Who else do we got that I know? Kenya. We got Kenya. Kenya. Oh, Kenya. I forgot what that's from. It's from one of the. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is not the map. This is definitely not the map that, definitely not the map that I had. Did I click on the wrong thing? I have to have clicked on the wrong thing. Or not, there's only one Kenya option. Okay, well, I clicked on the right thing then. Josh, no. You go sit in the corner right now. Bad Josh. Okay, so that is not the Kenya that I learned. So, Egypt. We can do Egypt. Okay, Asyut. Asyut. Okay, so it looks like it is thankfully not in English. Behera. All right, I'm assuming that that is a secret additional state then. Cause was it? There's that. It has to be this. No, that's Luxor. Okay, because that's Somalia. That's Said. Dumyat. All right. I think it's one of these two because I thought I remember this being one thing. So no, that's Takalia. And that's Alexandria. That's Albuaria. That's should be Kafra Sheikh. Dakalia. Oh no, that's Dumyat. Dumyat. Then what is Bahera? I don't remember any Bahera. What are you doing to me? Marsamatu, Al-Wadi, Giza, Cairo. Uh, I remember Beni Suef, maybe? If they're calling it different. Oh, that is Beni. What? That's Alexandria. That's supposed to be Al-Buaria. All right, that one's Minya. Martu. I'm assuming they mean Marsa Martu. Aswan, down at the bottom. Damietta. All right. I guess we're switching in and out of Arabic and not Arabic. That's Said. That's Dumyat. So maybe. Okay. Sohag. I'm assuming they mean Suhaj, in which case it would be that. No, that's Kena. Oh no, that one. Sorry. Red Sea is that. Al Shakia. Shakia. Which one's that one? Cairo. Shakia. Cairo. Fayum. Minufia. Let's see. Garbia. Minufia. Kafra Sheikh. What? That's supposed to be. No, wait, is it? Kafra Sheikh. No, that one. Okay. Said. Beni Suef. North Sinai. Giza. Dakalia. Kalubia. What the? Garbia. Luxor. South Sinai. Kina. New. Really? New. Really? You switched over to English? Al Wadi. Okay. Its name is Al Wadi. Alexandria. Ismailia. And Suez. All right, I think that's the end of the ones I know in Africa. No, wait, it's not. I know Namibia and Madagascar, unless they're completely different on this site. No, this looks like it's the same. Uh, Karas is the most southern one. Vango is up here. Oshana is this one. Omas is this one. Ojozon Jupa, I can't even do that one. Omaheke Orongo, Zambezi, East Kavango, Omusate, Ohanguena, Oshikoto, Hardap, and Kunene. Yeah, if I can't handle something's actual name, just know, like, mentally in my head, I promise I do call it by its name. I just can't pronounce them. Oh, you're actually going to start screaming again? Leadership magically missing. Oh, that sounds like Russian leadership in combat. Heading to Zanzibar. Uh, what I know about Zanzibar? It's a nice island off the coast of Tanzania. Uh, it used to be independent. I forget whether it willingly joined Tanzania or whether Tanzania just like ate it. I don't recall because uh, yeah, there were several islands that sort of got eaten once France and Britain let them go. But they, like, a lot of them were like independent for a few months or a few years. I know Zanzibar was independent for like a little while before Tanzania took it. But I don't recall whether they joined Tanzania because they wanted to, or Tanzania just ate them. What else was I? Oh yeah, Madagascar. These better be the same, and they're not. Okay, there's 22 of them, where there are supposed to be 7. All right then. Well, we can't do Madagascar. All right. Asia. Last one left. Oh no, sorry, forgot Oceania. China provinces. Okay, stabilize, please. Gansu, Beijing, Xinjiang, oh no, Xizang, or Tibet. Hashtag Tibet is an independent country. Jiangsu is down here. Hainan. Oh, no, sorry, I thought it said, no, it does say Hainan. Oh no, I'm thinking of Hainan. Okay. Hebei, Hainan, Guizhou is up here. Hainan, the island, Fujian, directly across from Taiwan, where they have been. Oh man, oh no, that's Shanxi. Anhui is up here. Oh man, has China ever built up a huge amount of like D-Day levels of equipment in Fujian province? Like they several people did manage to leak the videos out of China uh, before they before they started getting blocked out. But they have cordoned off like whole sections of like highways and huge parking lots that and of like stores. So they've had to close like malls and stores down because the parking lots and stuff, they are just full of tanks and full of amphibious assault vehicles and full of APCs, full of everything. Like by like one particular person who managed to leak a video out of like the window of their apartment complex, their whole their whole apartment complex, like around the square of it, like the whole street is just like bumper to bumper just tanks, like just in stock around it. Ningxia, Jiangxi, Liaoning, Shanghai, little right there, Tianjin, major industrial district, Xinjiang, also known as East Turkestan, should be an independent country. Shandong is, yeah, that one. Shanxi, Sichuan, Hunan, Zhejiang. Macau is, Hong Kong's the northern one, Macau's the southern one. Shanxi, Chongqing, Hubei, Guangdong, Hebei, Qinghai, Hong Kong. Hong Kong should be independent. Inner Mongolia, Heilongjiang, Guangxi, and Jilin. All right. Who do I know? All right, Bangladesh, don't betray me. Your states and everything better be the same. Rainpur, Sylhet, Chittagong, Khulna, Dhaka, Mymensingh, Rajshahi, and Barisan. Oh, I almost got 17 seconds again. Wait, they force you to take days off? That's kind of weird. I mean, that sounds nice, actually, but that's like antithetical to uh, the the modern like work construct. What do which version of school do you mean, Alex? Like forced educational imprisonment mandatory school, or are you talking about university? Ah, forced imprisonment that serves no actual educational purpose. It has public school has basically the whole K through 12 thing. Actually, even in private schools, it's still the same. It's basically nothing more than than just a free daycare service, essentially. All right, where are we going? Iran provinces. You better not have any secret ones, Iran. All right. See, Fars, Yazd, KBA is the lower one. Hamadan. So here comes Markazi Hamadan. Azerbaijani, Ekami. Should be the east one. No. Okay. It's west one. Khorasan. Rasavi. So it's no. Oh no, Kerman. Khorasan, upper one. Kermanshah is that's Kurdistan, so that's Kermanshah. CMB, Khuzestan, Hormuz, Balochistan, Ilan, Tehran, Bushehr, Semnan, Fars, Mazandaran, Zanjan is, I think that one. Okay. Khorasan, Shinobi. Wait. All right. You got me. It's either, nope. Okay. Kurdistan, Qom, just south of Tehran, Kerman, no, there, Golistan, Loristan, Esfahan, Ardabil is no that one. Is it? Yes. Okay. Uh, Azerbaijan, Khorasan, Markazi. Is that one? Kasvin. Is that one? Gilan, and then Alborz. Now I should check chat like a responsible streamer. Wait, high school that starts at 4:30 in the morning? Oh, 7:46. All right, that sounds like a much more reasonable time. Well, actually, no time is reasonable because it shouldn't exist anymore. Like the things you need to learn, a much better system could be devised, and you could honestly you could accomplish the same learning in half the actual both half the school daytime and half the number of days, I guess you could call it. And like there the fact that a lot of schools in the down here where my parents live, where I'm trapped at the moment, the schools around here they've extended up to I think 9 or 9.5 hour school days at this point. It's you can't. There's no argument left for the fact that it's not just a giant semi daycare prison, basically. Basically, basically, you can't you can't trust the kids to leave them home alone because eventually they'll probably do stuff. But actual the parents can't actually watch them because they have to go to work. Some kind of actual program or something would be expensive. So here's just a big giant brick building that's essentially a prison. Just throw them in here and we'll pretend that we teach them stuff. Now in high school, well, in all levels of school at least, I did have a lot of a lot of a lot of decent teachers who really did care about us. But most of them, even the ones who were the most invested, my favorite teacher was ironically one of my English teachers. Actually, English as in the literary subject, not as in the language, because we already know English, so obviously we don't learn it. But English literature, which in the U.S. we're forced to take literature for all 4 years of high school, and my literature teacher, which was the class I disliked the most, one of my literature teachers, Miss Halloran, was actually one of my favorite teachers because she clearly cared the most about us, and she went out of her way to not make us do anything. Because even though she'd been in the system the longest, because she was one of the oldest teachers, and she I guess you could say had would have the most investment in it, she would tell you, yeah, the system is absolutely pointless. At least at what it's become is absolutely pointless. Province two, oh yes, Nepal. Nepal literally has two provinces that it just calls Province one and Province two. Lumbini, Province one, very creative name. Sudur Pashkim, Gandaki, Karnali, and Bagmati. See, why can't everybody be like Nepal and just have seven states or seven provinces? Why are Vietnam and Thailand trying to dissuade me from learning them by having 100 provinces? Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, dude. When I first started making videos, when I first started making videos, people just randomly put that in my comments for some reason. So I'm assuming at the time, I'm assuming it must have been like a meme, or at least at the time it was a popular meme because it's still a meme, but you know what I mean by that. So I'm assuming that it was like a really popular meme at the particular time. When did I really start? I started seriously making videos in at least on a regular basis in 2018, I think. I did make videos before that, but it was just like it was really sparse. Okay, where are we going? Tajikistan. Tajikistan, nice and easy. Only four provinces or oblasts. Lon, Dushanbe. What? Oh no, sorry, the city. Okay. Region of Republican subordination. What? I'm assuming you mean Dushanbe Oblast, maybe? Okay. Sud, Gorno Badakhshan. Okay, in Tajikistan, they just call this oblast Dushanbe Oblast. That they no one calls it the Republican region of subjugation. What what is this website on about? Pakistan. Pakistan only has well, I learned eight. Apparently, there's only seven on this one. Okay, Khyber is this one. Kashmir. Uh, wait, would it be this one? Yeah, because that's supposed to be Gilgit, or I thought. Or that might be Gilgit. All right, Kashmir. Nope, that is Gilgit. All right, then that should be Kashmir. Gilgit, Punjab, Balochistan, Islamabad, and Sindh. Oh yeah, Mr. Tamayo was fun. He was a little too invested in the the mindless amounts of like work and not like work that made you learn though. Like I'm not dissing him. He was fun, but like making you copy like whole pages like into your own notebook, it didn't like do anything. Like I mean, half the time I remember half the time it was a punishment, and half the time we deserved it because some people in our class, including some people who are now in this chat, some people in high school were a little bit on the unruly side at times. The Philippine Islands. Let's see. Okay, Mindoro is this one. Mindanao, oops, this one. Samar, that one. Cebu is the middle one. Bohol, Negros, Panay, Masbate. Okay, I didn't learn that one. That one's Luzon, that one's Palawan, and that one's Leyte. Uh, Masbate. Well, I'm assuming that's the only since that's the only one other one I can click on. It's that one. Okay. Well, obvious is obvious. Palawan. There's a lot of coal. Palawan is like a giant island of coal. Similar to how, if anybody's familiar with the island New Caledonia off the coast of Australia, that whole island is basically just a giant mound of nickel ore. Similar also to how the island of Jamaica is basically just a giant mound of bauxite ore. The island of Palawan in the Philippines is basically just a giant pile of coal with some trees on top. Okay, who else do we have? The other stans. Uzbekistan. Namangan is that one. Kashkadario is that one. Bukhara, Samarkand, Tashkent is that one. Suksandario, Karapakistan, Frangana, Zizak. Wait, no. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sudario. Navoy, Andian, Sodario and Zorazam. Okay, what do we got? Oh, whoa. Chat finally decided that it wanted to be alive. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Oh, you guys are just talking with each other. Never mind. I mean, by all means, encourage that, but, no. No, it was Josh. I promise you, it was Josh. Just joined. The topic the topic uh basically just whatever comes up, and also I've been you've missed a large part of it, but I've been proving my geographical knowledge so that you guys since multiple people have asked multiple times for me to actually demonstrate it. So I'm proving that my claims that I constantly make on the channel of how many countries I know all the states and what of are not just me saying that. Uh, who's ooh, Balkan, Ahal, and Mari, Turkmenistan. Although we have had some issues because the maps that this site uses, some of them have been like completely different from the maps that I have. And I mean, I went out of my way to try to make sure I had like the most up to date maps, but I don't know what I missed. Oh, you are talking to me, Josh. Okay. Let's say fill in the blank. Oh man, dude, it's been so long. It's been so long since public school, since I forgot what fill in the blank tests were. It's like we never had any of them at when I was at UAF. We never had anything like that. Everything was either just a regular multiple choice exam, or it was explain how this works, or as it should be for some of my better professors, the class was completely non-traditional, and they just sort of it's hard to describe how things work, but basically you can phrase it as they based things based on whether or not they knew that you knew and learned the material, which they knew whether you did or didn't. Indonesia. What? There's no. You don't have the islands of Indonesia? Come on. I don't learn all those islands for nothing. Alright, let's do Kazakhstan, aka Big Pile of Uranium. Although Australia is also a big pile of uranium. Almaty is there. Wait, east. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Almaty is in the south. Oktobe is over there. Kizlorda is that one. Karaganda, Pavlodar, South Kazakhstan. Magnistau, Jambil, East Kazakhstan, West Kazakhstan, Kostone, no, that one, Akmola, North, and Adarau. CT class. Oh well, I mean, I don't particularly even consider like classes in K through 12 school classes because of the things I priorly said about K through 12 schooling. But the all right, my mind blanked out. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I did have some classes, quote unquote classes, where we didn't have to do anything because the teacher like didn't really care, and I either because they were cool because they didn't actually agree with like the system as it's set up, just forcing all this stuff on us, or they were a football coach and they didn't care about anything other than football, so they didn't actually like do anything with the class they were supposed to be teaching, and we basically just sat there, and they would just play a movie like every day or something, or if it had been like this time period, if we had been in school just a little later, and like everything had been readily available, and like I had my laptop by then, one of them, like, he probably would have just let us all have like our computers out and just doing whatever. Oh, dude, Josh, I forgot you were in drama. That's how long it's been. It's been so long that I'm already turning 29 tomorrow. I'm 1 year away from like officially being ancient. Like, I call myself ancient already, but until I've passed 3 decades, then I'll be officially ancient. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who am I forgetting? Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan. Always eager to fight with Tajikistan. Nahrin. Talas. Osh City. Okay. No, that's Troy. This is Osh. Bishkek. Wait, I guess. Yeah, Bishkek's up there. Okay. Batken. Jalalabad. Isokul. Troy. Osh. Uh, let's see. Who am I forgetting? South Korea. South Korea. Onsen. Okay, that is not how I learned them. Onsen. All right. It looks like they're including cities or major like metropolitan areas. In which case that's gonna throw me out. This is the only one that looks like it has two. So no. Okay. Unless this is. Oh wait, it says south in English. Okay. Uh, it's in English. Great. Okay. So that's Gangwon, Gyeonggi, Gyeongsangbuk. Oh wait, Gyeongsan. Gyeonggi, Daejeon. Okay. Well, I just clicked on that one. Gyeongsan, Jeollabuk, Jeollanam. So Nam is south. Okay. That. Uh, Chuncheon Nam. Well, that's west. That's not south. Okay. This is just like how where my parents live. There's Charleston, and there's a town called North Charleston. Even though North Charleston is literally directly west of Charleston, there's nothing north about it. Ulsan. Where's my parents? My parents were in Kunsan was the southern one. Ulsan's the northern one. Okay. Sejong. Sejong. All right. You got me on that one. I know that is Seoul. That is Incheon. That is Cheonggyeongbuk. That is Cholobuk. That's Ulsan. Or no, that's Kunsan. And down off the coast is the island Jeju. So Sejong, I have no idea. Okay, it is that one, I guess. Jeju, Gwangju. Okay, so it has to be either that or that. Is that one? Nope. Then it has to be that one. That's Daegu, North Shiola, Incheon, Bunsan. Oh no, Busan. Oh, yeah, that's right. No, they took a trip to Bunsan or Busan. Kunsan was on the west. Actually, I think it's that little peninsula. That was one of the Air Force bases they were stationed at way back in the 80s. And so, oh, they were. Yeah, I remember. I remember you had some exchange students in back when you were in college. They were specifically from Incheon. That's the it's basically it's kind of just part of Seoul at this point, since for all intents and purposes there's 53 million people in Korea, and you know the entire country is it's smaller than the state of Georgia. So basically, the whole peninsula is just a giant megacity. So it's essentially Seoul's port harbor. Oh, Saudi Arabia. This better be the same as the map that I have. No secret provinces. Okay, that Jizan is there. Maka is there. Jauf. No, that's Jauf. Qasim. Okay, Hayil Al Qasim. Madinah. Riyadh. East. Baha. Hayil. Asir. Tabuk, and Najran. Although South Korea is one of the ones whose population has just about leveled off now. Take a detour from the geography, go over here. Man, they still haven't updated the charts for oil production. They're slacking. How do how do I get hired by these people? I would do the stuff on time if it's literally just putting stuff basically into an Excel sheet. Yeah, South Korea has leveled off. Oh, I was wrong. It's just under 52, not 53. All right, who else? Who else in Asia? Because I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Malaysia. Forgot Malaysia. Sorry, Indonesia, since I can't do you because I learned all the islands and then the islands weren't an option. Although I can tell you right here, that's Sumatra, that's Bangka, that's Baiton, and that's Borneo. This over here is Sulawesi, or Sulawesi, and the others aren't on screen. Okay, Johor, Pehan, is that Pehan, Perak? Okay, Pehan, Terengganu is that one, Kelantan, Kuala Lumpur. Oh, wait. Oh no. Which one is it? I think it's the one closer to the coast. Nope. Selangor is this one. Kedah is up here. Perak is here. Malacca is here. Perlis is this one. Sarawak is the big one where nobody lives. Negiri. Uh, Labuan. Labuan? What? I feel like I'm missing something. Unless it's that. Okay, I guess it was that. Putrajaya, Penang, and Sabah. Oh yeah, South Korea is if they were completely cut off, like somehow, like you threw a force field around them, then yeah, they would be completely trashed. Like they 90% of the population would die within like a year or two because they have almost no food production, at least comparatively compared to their population. But they do have something called money though, and similar to say Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has almost no water anymore. They do have money though, and they use that money to to build some desalination plants, but even that wasn't really enough. So they straight up like import water, some by pipelines, some by tankers, and they're not the only ones doing it. However, that only works if you have money, which Korea has money, Japan has money. Uh, North Korea doesn't, so North Korea starves constantly, and some like the other Middle Eastern countries, most of them don't have any water either. However, not all of them have money. Basically, all of the Gulf states do. Iran does have water naturally because it's very mountainous. They get a lot of snow melt. However, some of the Arab nations are a bit on the poor receiving end, like Yemen. Although the civil war has a lot to do with that, but Yemen also still didn't really have a lot of money, so they couldn't really afford to import all that much stuff, and quite a lot of the interior North African nations like Mali and Chad have basically nothing, and Niger also, and don't really have any money to get a hold of anything with that they don't have. Okay, I think the only thing left is India states. All right, yeah, India is one of the one that had a bunch of secret states appearing out of nowhere. Most of them were like micro states, like really tiny things. All right, West Bengal, Rajasthan. Here's one of them, Lakshadweep. I have no idea what the heck that's supposed to be. I know that's Goa. Uh, Lakshadweep is one of the little dots they're throwing out. Maybe? Nope. Okay, then I guess it has to be, or it could be these islands. So I guess it's those. Nope, that's Purusharry. Islands are the only ones left. Chhattisgarh is that one. Mizoram is that one. Ladakh. Ladakh? Oh crap! I just clicked on it. I forgot what it was. Oh no, wait. Or is it? I think it's this actually. Nope. All right. I know that's Delhi. It was one of these then, probably. You know, that's Goa. Okay, that's Jammu. Oh crap! Split Jammu Kashmir. So, uh, Nope. Okay. Well, the northern one is Ladakh then, and the southern one is Jammu Kashmir. Puducherry. Yeah, we just clicked on that. Arunachal Pradesh. There. Punjab. Wait. Oh, nope. You see, and you're throwing me off because I'm used to those two being like that, and then you're going to split Jammu Kashmir up and throw me off like that. Maharashtra is. Wait. Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, it is that one. Jharkhand. Wait, no. Jharkhand's the southern one. Manipur, Jammu Kashmir, the islands, Andhra Pradesh is that one. Tripura, Nagaland, Haranya, Meghalaya, Himachal Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, just across from Sri Lanka, Telangana, Delhi, Assam, Odisha, Uttarakhand, just north of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, yep. So those two, Goa, Gujarat, uh, Chandigarh. What? Okay. Wait. Was it that one? Okay. Yes. Madhya Pradesh, Kerala is the coastal one. Uttar Pradesh and Sikkim. Uh, um, uh, uh, Peak global production is a bit tricky because there's production right now that is shut off for political reasons and because of ongoing conflicts. That if it was actually producing, then the global total right now would be closer up to like 104 instead of being around 100.3, which it's at the moment. And 104 would be higher than the previous high point of 102.5 back in 2019 or 2018. So if you're referring to like ignoring the jaggedness and just looking at a like behind the points like overall trend, then a total like net peak is most likely a backdrop peak at least is going to most likely be passed around the middle of this decade slash the potentially the early part of later this decade. I have several. Okay, well, two of them are outdated since I remake the video every 2 years. I do have a video like with projections and graphs and everything, at least of my expectations. That's specifically just called "When Will Oil Peak?" that you can check out. What the whoa? Hey, don't come off. Oh, hey, look, Maxogy is streaming. Yeah, it's a little ways down. I think on the next row or two. Oh man, was it much farther down? How far down was it? Okay, well that was a lot longer ago than I thought, but yeah, it's still there. When will oil peak? That was the latest one I did with actual like charts and graphs and everything. All right, I think we've gotten almost everything. Well, although I do have this weird feeling that I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Poor Australia. But so easy to learn, thankfully. Western Australia, New South Wales, Victoria. I have to scroll down for. Queensland, Tasmania. Stop making me scroll down, Australia. Northern Territory, South Australia, and Canberra. All right, well, I'm relatively pleased. We were able to get most things, although some of the maps were drastically different than the maps that I have on hand. I have my whole folder of maps here. I'm currently working on Algeria. I'm about halfway with it, and also very slowly working on the Netherlands. If any of my viewers from the Netherlands, I know I have, I think, two. And when I say viewers, I mean like consistent commenters, not like just random viewers. But any viewers from the Netherlands, I am sorry that I'm dragging my feet with you guys, even though you only have like 8 states. But I don't know, for some reason, I just get really lazy when I try to learn the Netherlands. So it's I've been working on it for 4 months, and in 4 months, I've managed to learn 5 out of the 8 states. Because I can't really explain it. Like some countries, like for some reason on some countries, like even if they have like 30 states, somehow I just like completely breeze through them. I have no idea why. And oh yeah, I forgot. We are forgetting somebody. We are forgetting that oh no, back up in Europe. We are forgetting that country that still thinks that it is the 18th century. All right, Russia, rise on. All right, let me establish myself. That's Moscow. So that's Kaluga, Tula, Ryazan. Okay. Kabardino is, wow, I am not used to working this small. All right. I think that's Kabardino and that's Karache, or I might be wrong. I think okay. Altai. Wait, which Altai? There's two. There's the Altai, the Al, there's Altai Karaya and Altai Republic. Unless you're combining them. Oh wait, it looks like they're combined. No, that's Altai Karaya, so I guess they mean Altai Republic. In which case it would be that one? Yes, okay. Kaluga. Buryatia is an independent country, or at least it should be. Kursk. Bryansk. North Ossetia, Dagestan, Chechnya, Ingushetia, Ossetia. Kostroma. And it's, believe that one. Okay. Chechnya, Murmansk, Krasnoyarsk, Belgorod. That one. Nenets. Which one's Nenets? This one, I think. Pskov. It's just south of Leningrad. Tomsk. Okay. Orenburg, Chelyabinsk, Kurgan, Tyumen, Omsk, Tomsk, Novosibirsk. Okay, so that's Tomsk. Moscow. Okay, all right. Does it mean the city or the oblast? I'm assuming since it doesn't say oblast, it means the city. Okay. Sverdlovsk. This one. Vladimir Oblast is this one, I think. Yes, okay. Saratov. Okay, Saratov. Tula. Magadan is this one. Anybody in chat? Oh man. Oh no, never mind. For some reason, I thought there was a whole section I scrolled. No, no, Clem, not in your vision of what you mean when you're talking about the 18th century. Okay, Penza is should still be this one. Yep. Lipetsk. Oh no, oops. Okay, no, Oriole, Lipetsk. Komi, this one. What? No, that's the amount. What am I doing? Komi, Nizhny, Nizhny Novgorod is that one. Khakassia, I do know. Okay, well, I haven't talked to him in like 3 years, but I did know someone from Khakassia. He lives right next to the largest coal mine in the world, shaped like the letter V, and it's like 2 miles long in each direction, or on each arm. Vologda is Vologda, I think. Okay. Samara is that one. Tatarstan. What the? Oh no. Okay, I got mixed up. Tatarstan, independent country, or at least it should be. Well, it will be soon. Uh, the Russian Federation is not going to exist in this form uh, shortly enough. Like 20 by 2040, this will not be here in the same form. Rostov, is this one? At least I think, if I remember correctly. Yep. Tuva, Kemerovo, right next to Khakassia. Kalmykia is this one. Kurgan is this one. Perm is, I guess, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's Perm. Karache is over there. Udmurtia is, yes, above Bashkirian Tatarstan. Volgograd is there. One person who I knew who disappeared. I like I don't know actually if they just stopped coming online several years ago, or if they're like, I hope they're not actually dead. But I knew someone from Volgograd. But everybody else I know from Russia has been from surprisingly pretty concentrated from Oriol. Oh no, sorry, over here, Oriol. So really, it's a pretty rural, like farming area with a lot of fox owners actually. Yamalau is up here. Petrograd is up here. Khabarovsk is over here. Zabaykalsky is this one. Ivanovo. Wait, no, this one. Okay, yeah, that's Yaroslavl. Okay, the one other person I do know is from Yaroslavl, or at least who I still speak to. Smolensk is here. Adigea, Mordovia is should be no, it's that one. Dagestan, one of the regions that will break away when the Federation shatters. Leningrad, Jewish Oblast. It's ironic because very few Jewish people actually live there anymore. Astrakhan, Mait, Oriol, Primorsky, China. Well, if China is still functionally intact, governmentally in their current form, they might want to try to re-seize Primorsky and southern parts of Khabarovsk. Stavropol is the one down here. Krasnodar. Mariel. Oh, wait. Which one's which? I think Mari is the top one? Yes. Ingushetia. Chuvashia is the lower one. Irkutsk. Kirov. Chelyabinsk, where the asteroid came in and broke. Oh, no, sorry. That one's Chelyabinsk. Ulyanovsk, right next to Penza. Penza is where Puma Messi lives. Omsk. Omsk. Yes, Omsk. Oh, no, sorry. Omsk, that one. Bryansk, up here. Orenburg. Kantimansi. Yaroslavl. Tambov. Which one was Tambov? Oh, yeah, it's that one. Yakutia, Novosibirsk, Tyumen, Bashkiri, Voronezh, Chukotka. Actually, back in the early 2000s and the 90s, we had several people coming over to Alaska on exchanges from Chukotka, Novgorod. I believe it's the northern one. Yep. Okay. Karelia, Sakhalin, Altai Krai, Kamchatka, full of volcanoes, Tver, Arkhangelsk, and oh no, there's more. Oh yeah, I forgot about tiny little Kaliningrad and Amur. Okay, that's all of them. And that's all the ones, all the countries I know, at least that had their the maps. The maps were actually like same as the maps I have, and not drastically different for some weird reason. I'm not sure what's going on with this site. I probably, because I'm just forgetful in general, I probably did forget a few countries that I do know. So I apologize to anyone from said forgotten countries that I forgot, but oh well. Uh, my voice is just about worn out, so this is probably going to be the end of it. I don't know if any. Oh, there are 7 people still here, supposedly. Chat's dead, though. Anybody still out there? Uh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna do them. I'm definitely not gonna do them frequently. 'Cause I'm not really a live interaction kind of person outside of close friend groups. That is. Granted, I'm definitely not looking at chat like as much as a normal streamer does, but yeah, this is probably going to be the end of it. So I didn't give a 100% convincing presentation, but I did put something out there to give the vague idea that I do actually like know the provinces and states and stuff of all the countries that I supposedly claim to, and obviously I know the countries on the map itself also. But I don't even really think about that anymore for the most part because I've known those for the longest time already. I was disappointed that the site didn't have like for the island nations that the site didn't have like the option of of quizzes on the islands. I will be back on Discord, yes. Uh, I mean, for a little bit. Actually, I'm probably gonna go make something to eat because I kind of want to like eat food. That's kind of something I have to do so that I can continue existing. But I will have Discord open and like come to it every now and then in the midst of waiting for my food to be foodable. But yeah, I'll continue on my path towards all states and provinces of all of the countries and islands also. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do another stream when I hit like 75 or something,